Things keep changing, I say, to no one. I've been gone 2 months, but it feels like a lifetime. The vibes are all different. Like it's a dream, and I only got part of the details right. And even though I know this view, the colors seem wrong. Red doors and trims, stakes lodged in grass with security signs, little things I want to remember from the past to anchor me, to let me know I still belong, but it's all just out of reach. Yeah, blink of an eye, but it ain't so bad, Marcus says. I mean, I'm lucky, I guess. My parents passed their place down to me. My family, though, they tried to get me to cash out, but that won't ever be me. We gotta keep ours, get that generational wealth. I take stock of Marcus, ready to connect to him on some other level, because I feel all that, the way my grandparents are trying to hold on here. Not let a white, rich family push them to cash out on the only place they were allowed to make a home in the first place. But the tightness of plastic around my ankle stops me from responding. Marcus turns down my grandparents' block, filled with manicured lawns and renovated solar roofs, stoops fixed up, but empty of people on the porch. Yeah, this is nice, but too manufactured. Something like that, I mumble. Marcus points. That their house? Yeah, that's it. Relief washes over me that my grandparents' house looks the same, even with fresh paint. Mom said Dad took a whole month to do it, and it looked good, but she wasn't going to tell him because he complained about his back the entire time. I laughed, but inside couldn't help but worry these changes meant my grandparents were next to leave the neighborhood. 2 lanky white kids dash across the street and Marcus slams his brakes, causing a puddle to splash around us. Marcus honks his horn before pulling into my grandparents' driveway. Brian Whitaker flashes an apologetic grin before swiping his blonde hair out of his eyes. Like always, he's unfazed, even though he was milliseconds away from catastrophe. Lockstep, Gavin Davis smiles and waves. Then he takes off down the street. Seeing me is no big deal. It's as if I never left. Nothing bad ever happens to Gavin, no matter what he does. Damn, that was close, Marcus says. I do a double take when I see Grandma Jackson waiting on the porch. She clasps her hands together when she sees me, and I let out a loose smile, one I've been holding on tight to since New Year's Day. Grandpa waits in the doorway wearing his faded green Vietnam vet hat, patient as usual. I grab my crumpled up duffel bag and step out the car with my hood on to block the rain. Grandma Jackson wastes no time coming down the porch steps. She throws her arms around me and I melt into her soft skin, not letting go until I take everything in. From her feeling like she shrunk, to the rose scent coming from her shirt she must have line dried before the rain. I step back to survey her again. What's with the plastic gloves? Oregon's got its first coronavirus case. Church been talking about keeping safe. This virus is coming whether we believe it or not. I wonder which one of these old church ladies filled her head with paranoia that probably also includes slathering Vicks on their top lip to kill whatever's going around. In detention, Jeopardy and the news were all we could watch. I know there were a few cases in the U.S., but I heard the only place it spread was isolated at a nursing home, and I guess it was only a matter of time before it came to Portland. But I didn't want to believe it could touch us. Not now. Not when I'm just getting my life back. All right, Grandma J, you can let go now. I pull out of her hug. Marcus grins at us like he's part of this reunion. This is Marcus Smith, I say, my juvenile court counselor. Marcus sighs, acting butthurt I was all official-like. Nice to meet you. Grandma J eyeballs her gloves before taking them off and wrapping her hand around Marcus's. My mom says the aging hands of an older black woman are filled with more knowledge than the world can contain. I think back to when I had a temp fade with zigzag braids done right on this porch. Mom wouldn't do it, but Grandma J took her time, telling me stories as she pulled and tugged at my head.